Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Playmates Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Michelangelo. Michelangelo, from the movie line of Turtles toys, appears to come with not only one standard nunchucks, but he also comes with what looks to be a sectional or multi-nunchuck weapon. We'll have a look at that further when we get this out of packaging. Packaging, again, as Spot had mentioned with the review of Leonardo, on the side is the four respected turtles: Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo, and Michelangelo. But depending on what packaging, what figure you get, the images are carried down below. So we have a nice image of Michelangelo down there as well. On the back of the package, the read-up says, "They were born in shadow, they live in shadow, and they fight in shadow. New York City, crime rates are on the rise, and innocent civilians tremble in fear. But there's a force fighting back, vigilantes among us, ready to protect the city. Are they the heroes we expect them to be? And are they powerful enough to take down the masked warrior everyone fears, the Shredder?" To collect all the figures down below, there's Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo of the Turtles toys. And then there's also Splinter, April O'Neil, the Shredder, and Foot Soldier. For everything Turtle movie-wise, you can head over to www.playmatestoys.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Ninja Turtles Michelangelo. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. So, having a look at Michelangelo, first having a look at his two accessories. He comes with two different kinds of nunchucks, or nunchaku. One is your conventional two-handled or two-barrel, I two-handled nunchucks. The other one, on the other hand, is a multi-nunchuck weapon, and Spot's not quite sure the actual term for it. I thought it might be like a sectional bow, but it's, again, a nunchuck or nunchaku with, multiple sections to it. I like that they included this. Kind of wish, though, that they had given us two regular nunchucks as well. But they are painted in they are cast in a singular plastic, kind of this tan color. Also, too, there's no section on Michelangelo similar to Raphael. There's no section where you can house the nunchucks when, he's not holding them. However, though, of course, like Raphael, you can have him holding the nunchucks in his hand. Luckily, too, his fingers, which I'll show you in a second, his fingers are a little more pliable in plastic, allowing you to fit the weapons in his hand. And that really can be said for all the Turtles toys, that getting the weapons in his hands are not problems at all. But there you have Michelangelo with both weapons in hand. I mean, really, it makes probably more sense, especially for a weapon like this, that you probably want to have him holding it in both hands. You could probably, depending on how you do some finagling here, get those in his hand. You could probably have, Michelangelo in a pretty neat pose using the multi-nunchuck weapon. Again, Spot's not sure on the name. There you go. Taking the nunchuck out of his hand, putting that to the side, and having a look at Michelangelo, closer look at least. Again, like the nostril nose area, which again was a big topic of debate with the Turtles designs, doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother me that much at all. I think initially when I looked at it, I'm kind of like, really? We're giving them noses? But being that these are kind of, I think they're government genetically made weapons that are kind of human hybrid, turtle hybrids, it makes sense that they would have aspects of human characteristics in them as well. Michelangelo also is a little bit smaller, which seems to be an ongoing trend with Michelangelo figures, really in the shows as well. Bringing in Leonardo, you can see how Michelangelo really is dwarfed by Leonardo's size. And one better, reaching off camera to the other figure that we've already had a look at, Raphael. Yeah, big difference between the two figures. And I like that. I like that they're not all the same figure. They're not the same carbon copy to one another, and they just, change out paint. It's a far cry from like the original Turtles toys we were getting in the 80s, where essentially it's really just the same mold. They just changed out like the head and gave them a different color. The one thing also I like too about the Turtles is that they're all very distinct from one another in the movies, which is something that Spot mentioned and addressed in the other figure reviews. I like that they're all different from one another. They still kind of have like a samurai-esque to them. Really not so much more with Michelangelo, because he is more the laid-back kind of fun turtle. That in this case, he's kind of got like a hoodie. He's wearing like a hoodie as his waist section, versus say the likes of Raphael or Leonardo, who have more of a samurai look to them. I guess really Leonardo is probably the more samurai in design, with the the extra plates and stuff that he has. Also too, it kind of looks like, and I might be wrong, kind of looks like he's wearing like a Nike or some sort of running shoe that he's cut the front area off so he could fit his turtle toes in, which again is really a nice fun touch. It kind of like, it says too that with the Turtles, because they each have their own personalities, they wear different things. He's not as honorable maybe as say the likes of Leonardo, who sticks very closely to martial arts roots. Michelangelo is a little more fun-loving, so it makes sense he's got things like hoodies and sneakers. I mean, that's just awesome. I like that. With the Michelangelo, as well as really the other Turtles toys, you've been also noticing too that they don't have pupils. In the movies they seem to have pupils. It's a kind of a shame they didn't put the pupils in, but really, that doesn't bother me too much. You can always just draw the pupils in if you so wish. For Michelangelo's articulation, his head does rotate left and right, moves slightly up and down. It is on a ball joint, but because his head sticks so far back, the socket is actually technically there, so it doesn't really allow you to move the head far back very much at all. Also, he does have hinge and socket shoulders. The shoulders do move forward and back and out. A nice swivel in the elbow, bend in the forearm, again due to a hinge ball joint. No swivel in the wrists, which is something with the other Turtles too. None of the Turtles have swiveled wrists, but you know what? Give me at least the fact that they have a swiveled forearm, and then that's fine. Because at least if it was just a straight hinged arm, then the limitations to having no swivel in the wrist would be more of an issue. But because you can rotate the forearms, it makes up for the fact that he has no swivel in the wrists. They have no swivel in the waist. However, the legs do go forward, back, and out. But it looks like, especially with Michelangelo, you have to swivel the leg out to bend his leg out, or sideways. And then to move it forward, you have to slightly turn it. You see the hinge right there, right underneath his hoodie? You have to rotate the leg again to move the leg forward. He does have a bend and rotation in the lower leg area, and again, no articulation in the ankle. Also with Michelangelo too, as with the other things with the other Turtles too, their colors stay very faithful, I think, to the other Turtles toys. Michelangelo is always kind of a very similar color to Leonardo. He's just a little more of a lime green color, where Leo is a darker green. And then comparing that to Raphael, Raphael is definitely a more dark olive color. I still really love these Turtles. I love these Turtles toys. They're a good size too. Though in the movie they are big behemoths from the looks of it, the Turtles toys are a little bit smaller. But I think compared to April O'Neil, I think the Turtles are still a little bit taller than that. I really like the design of Michelangelo. He turned out really well, and equally so for all the other Turtles toys we've been having a look at. Michelangelo, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Playmates Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Michelangelo. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Turtles reviews heading your way as we have a look through the entire line of the movie property figures. So there's definitely more Turtles heading your way. We're just going to get the nunchucks in his hand. Thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.